Today we're in Ludington exploring Hamlin Lake like we never have before. Look what we have to ride. Let's go. The best part about having these is that we can just jump from spot to spot. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Hamlin Lake while we move to the other side of the dunes.
First, I think we need to establish a bit of perspective on the size of Hamlin Lake. Some say that it's 4,990 acres, and others argue that it's 5,000. But I think you get the point. It's huge. A good portion of what we have experienced has been the water trails in Ludington State Park. But now that we have these jet skis, my entire perspective is changing because it's so easy to cruise up and down the 12 miles of lake until we find a spot like this. Sure, this is where we stop for the day, but really all along here, people just grab a spot on the dunes and use it as home base for the day. See, the dunes cascade down into the lake, creating a perfectly sandy bottom for people looking to swim. And as for me, well, I've been eyeing this up all day.
This right here, a stand-up jet ski, is the first motorized vehicle that I ever drove in my entire life. Here's proof. Now, it's been a few years since I rode one, so we'll see how this goes. That's the most fun, hands down.
One turn I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, after I got one turn, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember how to do this.
How was it?
That was so fun. I could do that all day.
So yeah, we can ride these. We see him out there. He's a lot better than we are.
The person riding the wheelie on the jet ski out there, well, that's Kelly Smith, 3-time jet ski racing world champ. For us, this is about as hard as we can go. For him, this is just another day on the lake. For real though, big thanks to Kelly for letting us ride his jet skis and showing us around. Maybe one day we'll be able to ride like that. But for now, we're just gonna go for another cruise.
Just look how clear this water is.
All right, you see that up there? I gotta go to the top up there.
This might be my first time hiking with a life jacket on. Whew, that's quite a dune climb. I don't know if I was thinking that I was gonna be on a hike like this today, but it's totally worth it. Now that we made it to the top, let me point out a few landmarks here that'll give you a better idea of where we are.
That direction there, that's where we paddled last fall. And over here, that's the beginning of the Nordhaus Dunes. That general direction is going to lead back to the Big Sauble Point Lighthouse. Back that way, well, that's the dam, and that will be Lost Lake right there. That whole area, it's one of my favorite paddles of all time. Oh, and right over there, that's where we just were.
The nice part about what we're doing today is it's not unique to us. There are plenty of rentals where you can go and rent a boat and then you can have a day just like this and you can be on top of these dunes. I think that that would be maybe an exactly perfect day.
And before we go, we've got one more stop.
Going out on Hamlin Lake was going to be the end of the adventure today, but then we saw this park right here, and this is one of the bayous off of Hamlin Lake. And since we're trying to explore as many spots as we possibly can in this area, we're gonna pump up our paddle boards we're gonna go paddle this section. Oh, look at that. There's the cutout to Hamlin. You know, I wasn't really planning on paddling out to Hamlin Lake today, but this was just too much fun. Look, that's where we were earlier on the jet skis. Andy, this place is cool. You can drive your boat right up here, get gas, stop, get snacks, ice cream, midday stop if you need more supplies.
I enjoy exploring these bayous because you just don't know how far in they're going to go. So looks like we still have a few turns in front of us here. So this is a really cool spot.
Look at that. She is beautiful. The cool thing about this bayou is that you can just have this little paddle here, but it also can be your launch to get you out onto Hamlin Lake. That's pretty cool. Like, the possibilities of where you go from here are pretty much endless.